Welcome to the old number 7 garage, guys. Here behind me is our 2010 Shaw we pulled out of the woods, and we're getting back to work on it. Today we're going to try to get the whole front end done on it, get everything on it where we can at least try to set some stuff up and get the steering to work. That's going to be a major deal for us, and we'll just go from there. This is one of them hit and miss type deals. We got parts and we don't have parts, so strap in, lock her down, and let's get to it. How's it going, guys? Hey, just cleaning up the shop here, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about a new member of the old number 7 garage team. You guys may have seen them in the background. No, it's not a person. We're talking about the Turtlebox. Have you guys seen us with these at the track? Have you heard us with these at the track? Turtlebox is an outdoor speaker made to live outdoors. All right, you got a lot of rugged speakers out there. These were born out of necessity to do exactly what they're intended. 100% waterproof, made for the outdoors. Well, what better outdoor pastime is there than racing, right? So I've put these things through the ringer. I've tested them myself. I have no issues whatsoever. The best part, let me spin you around here. I got 2 of them. Why? You can link these up and play them in stereo, and oh my goodness, you want to talk about loud. So welcome, Turtlebox, to the old number 7 garage team. And if you guys are interested in the last speaker you're ever going to buy, the last outdoor Bluetooth speaker you're ever going to buy, look up Turtlebox. Tell them old number 7 garage sent you. Guys, we appreciate you. Thank you, Turtlebox. Let's get back at it. You didn't think I was going to get out of here without letting you hear them, huh? All right, let's crank it up. Alright, so since the last time y'all seen us, I've been busy getting all the brake lines done. Temporarily, because we don't have any sheet metal to make the cockpit, but we put our brake shutoff right here and mounted it on the little studs right here on the dual pedal swinging assembly job. I don't know the technical name for that, but anyway, we ran everything. We made it where you can take it apart right here so you can get the panel in here. And we made the front 2 lines. So as you see, I bring the main line in here. We ran a T before the shutoff. This would be your left front, and this is your right front. Coming down, around through the frame, over to that. This is our long acre brake tab and, what do you call that thing? Bulkhead fitting, yep. And then I ran the right front down through here, underneath, and around, and there it wound up. Okay, so that's what I kind of done while we were on pause. That took basically 3 days, 3 evenings, and many movies and shows and racing on that. And if you might have also seen, we got some pretty cool parts here. Let's tell you about those. As you can see here on the table, guys, we've got our Wehrs machine lower control arms, plethora. I don't really like that word, plethora. I'm not gonna say it. We got our spindles, hubs, and our calipers from Afco. We got a couple of close racing supply parts here. This will be the right tie rod, extra clearance so you don't get into the frame. Bearing spacers, which you guys suggested that I should definitely put on this, so we're gonna learn how to do that, B. I ain't never done any of those. You ever mess with them? Nope. Okay, so we'll learn that together. And basically that is the plan, to get all this stuff minus the We don't have a rear end, so we can't put that on there. But all of this, it's a pretty unique car because it's going to have 3 lowers.
Yeah.
All this stuff's going to go on.
Turns good.
Right. So, yeah, that's going to be our goal for today. Next thing is we've got our Close Racing Supply upper control arms. These are custom for a Shaw car with the shock in the front of the A-arm. So we always run it right here in the middle. This guy likes to get in the wall and bang stuff up and destroy shocks. This one here is pretty unique too. It kind of raises up. I'm guessing so you can really get that left front down there and keep it on the track instead of hiking it up. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be a really cool piece to the puzzle. Joel over at Close Racing Supply does great work, and we're proud to have them on the team. So if you guys are looking for any of these parts here for your modified, I'll definitely link them in the description below. But what we're going to do is start getting these babies jammed on. And I got a tip for you over here, a real neat tip. Let's dig into that and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, with these Wehrs machine lower control arms, they have a spacer that goes in the control arm itself. So we're just taking that out and we're using that as a gauge, because every one of these lower control arm brackets, every one of them was too narrow. Sighted than that one be over here. You can see that goes in there real nice now. No problems. Before it was, there's no way you're getting it in there. So what we're doing, we're using a piece of 1/13 all thread. You got the nuts on the inside, as you can see. On the back, we've got a jam nut, and we're just forcing that out mechanically. So I tried a porta potty, didn't work, but my father-in-law had the bright idea of that, and I actually had a piece of all thread, so it worked out. So as you can see, I mean, it don't take much. Ooh, that's very bad. It don't take much to get that kind of pushed out there. But that's a tip for you guys if you're having trouble getting your lower control arms. I don't like them to be real tight. I like to kind of pull them in a little bit. It just makes it easier to take that lower control arm off and on. It's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes, so just anything we can do to make it easy. Oh, Lucky, he's a spoiled shop dog. Anybody else got your dogs out in the shop with them while you're working, getting right up in your business? When I say he's in the way a lot, I mean just a little bit.
Alright, need mother in. Thank you.
Need to be part of the team. Oh, you're sitting on my moving blanket, bud. Concrete's cold. Radiant heat. Next shop, gonna have radiant heat. Probably a bad idea, but it sounds good right now. 30 below.
Leave it to work now.
Oh yeah, he's right in there. Nice. Okay, well, nothing to it but to do it. I'll bring you a lower. Let's see here. One of these is not like the other. These are cool too. I'll show you in a minute. That bolt's not long enough. Eat. Don't scratch the paint. Give me that. All right, gotta have a little bit longer bolt. Okay, so we got there. Next size, that one. So I need 2 of those, right there and right there. Oh. Need a washer before you do that. Can you get a flat washer on this side?
Mm-hmm.
In.
Drop down some.
Up. Oh. I like that transfer.
Don't know how that works.
I like that transfer. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? It's gonna be plenty, guaranteed. I don't have nothing in between them, so. The next thing we got up here is our Wehrs machine bolt. That'll pass through on the back side, come in front. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Come on in. There it goes. So as you can see, we got a little bit of extra there. So So we're gonna have to we'll have to put some washers on there to take that up.
Yep, not a problem.
Once we get that going, then we'll, probably 2 of those would be just fine.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, this has got a point on it. So when you guys are measuring your ride height from the ground up to this, that's just a good reference point to go off of. We won't use it anything really other than to get started, because we'll do load numbers. We'll put our load stick in. But once we get we're just gonna get our baseline. We'll scale it, because I gotta create my own load numbers on this thing, because I know the way I used to like this car. So if you don't know, we did race this car back in the day, and we had a great set of notes for it. So we're gonna go right back to that. In order to get the load numbers, we gotta get it set up like it used to be. All we need to do is make sure it says what it's supposed to on the scales and our ride heights are right. So that's just a piece of the puzzle. Well, we know what's next, the big heavy piece.
What big heavy piece?
Oh, we gotta put ball joint in.
Yep.
Okay. Tough life for that guy. Okay guys, so another very important part of the puzzle is a new sponsor for Old Number 7 Garage. QA1 has jumped on board with us, and we're gonna run their ball joints. And what we gotta do now is get this lower ball joint in on one of these lower control arms so we can get the spindle and hub assembly mounted up. Guess that's on me. Well, there comes a time you got to admit your mistakes. And when I was ordering the QA1 ball joints, I ordered them press in lower instead of screw in lowers. So we're paused on that. So the only other thing we can do with we're not gonna be able to get this whole steering system on, but we can get the lower control arms on it, and we can get the center link and all that, and maybe some tie rods, stuff like that. Steering shaft, that's gonna be a pretty important part of it. So we'll keep plugging on, but I gotta get the right part. Well, with that on there, I think we're gonna move on to, you just wanna get the center link on it and all that. We don't have to put the tie rod ends on it yet, because they're just gonna be hanging down in the way. Move from that and just kind of work our way out and maybe do a steering shaft. I got one of them fancy clamps like you was talking about. Got the shaft and all that. We can build it on out through there, see what we got. Plan.
Sound like a plan.
Sound like a plan. So we picked this center link here up right at their local parts store, O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Mr. Jay Watson hooked us up with that. Just got to get the grease zerks in it. And we went with the black one because
why not?
Everything else is painted, so might as well. I mean, you can get them in raw finish too, but we're going to go with that theme. Tighten those up and get her on there. While we're putting her together, figures just as well get in our new parts bin here with all our cool parts. Tell you about these Wehrs machine pins. So stock inner tie rod pickup point right there. So you can run a stock tie rod, no problem with that. But if you want a beefier setup for your steering, where you ain't bending stuff and hitting them uke tires, because we all do that, don't we?
I don't. You do.
You ain't ever hit a
No.
you ain't ever hit a uke tire or inside wall with any sort of race car?
Have not.
I just didn't remember if you did it with a go-kart or not.
Nope.
Okay. Well, everybody but Brian's done this. Jam that in there and show them. So this is tapered, of course. That's tapered, and that's tapered on the side for here, and then this is a 5/8 OD for your 5/8 time joints. So you can now make one, I mean, just like your 4-link rods on the back. Time joints on both sides, very robust, very strong.
Robust.
Robust.
Use them big words. 5-hour work day.
Yeah, well, it is Sunday. We're not supposed to be working on race cars on Sunday, so gotta use my fancy words.
Gotta make time sometime.
Yep, this is true. I had to wait for you to get back.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do nothing without you.
That's fine.
That way, if we go back and look, did we, you remember? And then we both did it. So there's a good chance we'll both forget.
Block set.
So what we're doing now, we forgot we gotta get the steering arm on here, or just nothing's gonna make sense.
You ain't gonna turn that.
We gotta take these loose.
Yeah.
Gonna make a little bit of a mess. Okay. Hopefully not too bad. Oh, I see fluid coming. So that's full lock right there. It's still like a dead stop.
Okay.
Okay, so there's full lock that way. That
Must
it?
be it.
Okay, oh, I would say straight back like this would be right where we want it. Now we flip it around the other way. So anyway, we gotta tighten that up, and we've got just the socket for that. Oh, 32 million meters. Maybe. That's a heck of a freaking lock washer there, bud.
It's a big.
Got him. And like I said, there's nothing to that. Simple. Okay, well, that was pretty much as simple as putting on that fitment arm.
Yeah.
If I done it wrong, please comment below. Of course, we was on time lapse, so you didn't really get to see everything. But all we done was adjusted this. This has got a set screw, and this thing here spins around, and you basically get that to 0 lash. Now you can use a dial indicator to check all that, and you're supposed to do it without grease in it, but we've already greased these things, and I'm good. So we set it until we got 0 lash. And we're good. But of course, they're not broke in or anything, so they're spinning pretty free to me. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys would like to have seen these on here, so we got them for the front and the back, and that's thanks to our buddy Joel over at CRS Close Racing. He sent those out with his care package. Oh, made a new friend over there.
Oh yeah.
What you think, sir?
Oh. Man, it looks so good in video. I just had to come see it in person. I couldn't wait to race season.
Oh, well, you think it looks pretty good?
Man, that's sweet.
That's different, isn't it?
I like it.
So Chad made the short trip. What was it? 3.5?
About 2.5.
2.5. Oh well, hey, that ain't bad.
It ain't bad.
No, made the short trip up. He's been wanting to get up here to help us out as much as he can, and we're having scheduling conflicts and this, that, and the other going on. So finally made it up. So appreciate it.
Yeah, man. If I can learn anything and help out, that'd be great.
Maybe you teach us something. You never know.
I doubt that. You got a little more experience in the market.
Yeah, but 3 heads are better than 2, and 2's better than 1. So anyway, yeah, we'll put you to work, and we'll feed you, and whatever you need, questions, criticisms.
I brought my crowns and coloring book. I got them out the truck. So I need to draw some pictures.
Yeah, that'd be a setup book. All right, well, B's over here taking this other one apart, and we're gonna do the same thing, rinse, repeat, do her again. So we won't bore you with the details on that. When we get done with that, we'll get back at something. Warranty.
All right. So disclaimer. Take it out of the package and then you go.
Nope. Nope, not the right size. Well, how that happened? Probably a guy that ordered it, not real smart. I'll have to get a hold of him. Oh. He's standing right here. This is a U-joint Lake GM power steering box. U-joint. Wow. Well, today is the day of wrong parts ordered, so I'm 2 for 2 on ordering the wrong stuff. So that puts us out for the steering shaft. See why it takes so long to build a race car? He said it'd be fun though. It wasn't wrong. I ain't not having fun yet. I got a seat we could try to mount. Pedals there kinda. Steering wheel kinda there. Okay, let's try to mount a seat. Okay, so since everything's going right, the GoPro battery died, so now we're on telephone here, cellular phone. And the easiest way to get your seat in is just take the cockpit out. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, heck. That's the way to do it. Maybe this is one thing that'll go right today. Ted?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Did you bring bad luck?
I'll go home.
Never.
Fall into this baby.
It's like, oh, I got all kind of room over here. Do you? I think I'm gonna have to raise this seat up. You're tight. I can just tell you by this that I need to be up. That's pretty comfortable right there. Just as long as the guy can get out. Not bad. Probably shouldn't be turning it too much more than that. What, the steering box is nice, son. It is smooth. What do you say? Race car road block?
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, everything I bought was the wrong stuff.
Your fault?
Yes. Wrong stuff.
Now you gotta send it back and wait for it to come back to you.
Ain't nobody's fault but mine. I'm out in the seat. Huh?
Boss ain't happy when you get the car done.
Yeah. Boss. We working. He ain't working.
Nope, I ain't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we mounted those lower control arms on. Put the steering cross shaft on there. We was getting ready to do the steering shaft. We didn't have the right steering part for that. I bought the wrong ball joints. Couldn't put the uppers or the spindles on it. Yeah.
Is this your first rodeo?
Yep. Doing one from scratch it is, isn't it?
This year's our first time.
Yeah, the first
Your
time
first
this year. Yeah.
Last year you had all this done for you, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. But this time we're gonna know. I mean, we put our own hands on it, so we don't have to go across it twice. You know, it doesn't matter who builds it, you always got to go across it again to make sure it's good. So, seat brackets are about done. This is what we got so far. This is the back bracket. We had to do slugs to bolt it, and you see we slugged it so we can tighten this up really tight. So it's getting there. We'll let you see what it looks like when we get her done. I told you, I'm gonna use and abuse you. Not really. I just need to hold the camera, so. They got that seat bracket in there. And that's repurposed kryptonite front bumper. What do you need? That machine? You want this? Anyway, it's repurposed kryptonite front bumper support stuff. Yeah. So we built that. What you got?
That's one of them
Deformed.
deformed nuts. That's why he's having trouble with that a while ago.
Oh, yeah, it's got the little indention in
I
it.
need to get rid of that one. I don't need that yet.
Okay. So basically, yeah, we're gonna cock the seat a little bit too, so that'll let this side of the seat be a little farther down, let you get in. Plus, it'll kind of turn the seat just a little bit. That way, when you're up on the bars, you're more straight. It's mainly to get in and out because this is a tight driver's compartment here. Always was. And once we get that done, we can determine what we got to have on the bottom down there because that piece of 2x6 ain't gonna work.
That way.
You better watch out there, boy.
That almost hit what?
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Gotta learn how to tear something up somehow. We need a wrench.
Yeah.
This wrench right here.
Almost landed.
They're one 3/4.
About
Why
right.
is this wood metal?
What are you talking about?
It says that's wood metal.
Look, that's wood and that's metal.
That's an old sticker. That's not wood metal. On a lighter note, we did find the exact steering shaft off this car. I've saved it many years ago, and it's been riding around with us. So I've got the right U-joint here because that was the problem. We didn't have the right U-joint. And this is probably the right size to go all the way. Dang it, that's for a steering quickener. So we're gonna have to probably cut this off of here.
Mom, do this.
This is steering quickener, and yeah, that's the actual steering wheel quick release. So we need longer bolts for that, huh? We got to put the bolts. Hey, you got to take that back off and put them bolts in there.
Trip me.
Like you did. If you would drop me, then I would break mine.
Okay, I'm done.
Guaranteed good? Good as new as used? Good as new used? I might have to get in there and set in that and see how bad I hate it. Hopefully not too bad because we already made the bracket.
If you can get a ratchet though or not.
I don't know how you can't get a ratchet, that battery ratchet on the back side of that back here.
Goes right in everything. I have about 3 inches extension with this.
Well, they make them.
I don't have one on my person.
Oh, in your purse?
On my person.
He didn't have one in his purse. Oh. Now, we got to get in there and sit down and see what we got.
It's probably tight enough for that.
Got Chad over here doing some CAD, some cardboard aided design. Getting her figured out there, Captain?
Yeah, I think so.
I can push it down where you need it. Right about there, she's touching. How's that? I mean, I don't even know if you're close, but...
Well, as far as the bracket on the frame, it looks real good. We
Yeah.
just need it to be wider to match the holes in the...
Well, let me go make that up and make it a little wider. Okay, well, I think we're making progress. We got some CAD here. That's going to be our bottom seat bracket here in a day. Because we got to get metal and bend it. We can't bend 1/8 inch metal on that. Steel anyway. Probably bend aluminum. That'll go underneath there. You can see the angle it's got to it. But it'll get shoved down there and sandwiched on that bottom bracket. Seat will be done. We can take it back out and then start putting our thicker metal in for the interior. Gotta take it back out. And then we gotta figure out how to get it in with the body in there. Maybe we put it in there before we get the body in there. Or the interior piece. I don't know. That's where I like it. You can see that seat's definitely angled. But this car has always been real tight to get in. So, I mean, I know that, so. That pulls this over and gives you a little bit more room to slide in and out simply with your helmet on in a hurry if you need to. So that's going to end it for tonight. Appreciate you coming by, bud.
Appreciate you letting me come hang out, man.
Yeah. I don't know if you learned anything, but you showed me some stuff. You're good at CAD. Yep. And I never tell B thank you, but thank you for helping tonight, buddy. This is what we do, isn't it? I'll have a safe trip home, bud.
Sounds good.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Maybe I can come back up pretty soon.
Yeah, you know where I live now.
Yeah. Easy fun.
Yep. All right, y'all. Thank you for taking the journey today. We got a little bit done. At least it's getting a little bit more complete, slowly but surely. And we'll get more done next time. We'll have it done by about July.
Maybe.
Okay. We'll be ready for the 4th of July. All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one.